Hello everybody, welcome. I hope you're having a great day so far. Don't go to a reading yet because I need to explain the cards that are here on the table. I'm also going to pull charms, which will have a lot of symbols in them, and the charms might be the information that you need in order to get to the right reading. So bear with me for a minute. Today we are looking at friendship. So have a friendship in mind before you select your reading. Have a friend in mind, rather, because you're going to learn more about your energy in the friendship, their energy in the friendship, the present status of the friendship, the past, the potential future, and some advice for you. If you would like to look at multiple friendships, that's okay. You can select multiple readings. So just come back to the beginning when you're done with your first one and select a new reading for the next friend. The cards that we have here on the table are oracle cards from this deck, the Multidimensional Devas by Scylla Conway. I have another video where I use these oracle cards. If you like the images and you like the cards, you can check out that reading. And then for the actual reading, we're using the El Goliath Tarot deck today. I like this deck. It's very honest, and so we're going to get a very clear picture of what's happening in your friendship today. All right, the first card that we have here with our, I believe this is a sunstone, is the first dimension. This card means wake up call. So if that image or that message is calling to you, this might be your reading. Or the crystal. If the crystal is calling to you, that's totally fine. If the card isn't calling to you at all and the crystal is, that's okay. If the card is calling to you and the crystal is not, that's okay. And then when I pull the charms, if only the charms are speaking to you, that is totally okay as well. Just take what resonates to get to the right reading. All right, our second card is the eighth dimension. This means to lift your awareness and follow your heart's desire. Our third card, subconscious, uncover what's within. And our last card is grief. This could indicate loss or a lot of overwhelming emotions. And then we have our crystals at the top, so take a look at those as well. Otherwise, let me pull some charms. I'm going to pull 3 charms for each reading. Okay. For our first reading, we have this charm, which is actually tarot related, 3 of Swords cards. We have a puzzle piece. And we have I believe this is a scorpion. No, I think this is a lobster. Okay, a lobster. All right. For our second reading, let's pull our 3 charms. Glasses. A pink and white heart. Ooh, and an alien. Stay weird. For our third reading, our first charm is a sun. We have a little mushroom. Hopefully it doesn't roll around. Looks like it's staying. And our last one, ooh, is an angel number. 1111. Perhaps you've been seeing that number a lot. For our third reading, we have a turtle, a sea turtle. We have an umbrella. And an anchor. All right, hopefully something on the table here is speaking to you. If it's not yet, feel free to pause the video, take some deep breaths, meditate, take a second and see if something is calling to you. And then once it is, feel free to go to your reading. I hope it resonates and that you enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome to reading number 1. Let me know in the comments what brought you here. Was it the Oracle card, First Dimension, which means wake up call? Was it the charms? We have the Three of Swords, the puzzle, and the lobster? I think it's a lobster. Let me know in the comments if it's not. Let me show it to you again. I think it's a lobster. You let me know if that's something else. I have no idea. Or was it the crystal? I'm always curious. Let me know. Let's get into it. I hope you have a friend in mind. We are going to learn a lot about this friendship today. We are going to start with your energy. Three of Swords. That's crazy considering that the Three of Swords was the charm here. So Three of Swords, you're dealing with some kind of a hurt, some kind of disappointment. You're trying to heal from it. Something might have happened between you and this friend that left you feeling kind of isolated, rejected, or separated from them, maybe even deserted by them. You're still recovering from this. Maybe it's still hurting. Let's take a look at the other energies that are going on right now and see if we can get some more information. Okay, this is the energy of your friend. High Priestess. Interesting. So your friend might be keeping to themselves right now, might be working on themselves. The High Priestess to me gives like withdrawn kind of energy. So the friend might be withdrawn, but it's not necessarily with bad intent. You know, I think it's withdrawn in an effort to learn more about themselves and work on themselves. Let's take a look at the energy of the friendship. Okay, Five of Wands reversed. There was an incident in the friendship that the current energy is healing from that incident. The conflict, working on resolving the conflict right now, trying to come back together as friends and move forward from this conflict. Something happened between you guys, but it's being resolved, but you're still hurting from it. Let's see. Hopefully in the other cards we get some extra information. Let's take a look at the past. Temperance. So the past, this friendship was very harmonious and very balanced. It was like equal energy between the two friends, very calm. Perhaps you two were protective of each other. This is like a lovely card to see in any type of relationship reading. So the friendship went really well, was going really well. And then I guess something happened, some kind of a conflict happened that you're still recovering from. Let's take a look at the future. Expansion. So the relationship is going to change. You guys are going to have to leave behind what doesn't serve you anymore. And that's if this friendship is not serving you anymore, you can leave the friendship behind. But this could also mean that as a team, because it looks like this conflict is resolving. Let me say that. It looks like this conflict is resolving, so you guys can come together and leave behind what is not serving you anymore. And that might be whatever this conflict was. If it's been resolved, you have to let it go and move past it and let it go. And that can be indicated by this expansion card. If there was some pattern of behavior that somebody was unhappy with in the friendship, leave that behind. I think it could be as simple as this conflict is being worked through. You guys are working on it. You're resolving it. You have to leave it behind and move forward. And things will change for the better. The expansion card is like, it might hurt right now, but you are on the way to grow and you're moving on from things and it's going to get better. Okay, let's take a look at some advice for you. I think the advice might be focused on these cards here. All right, the Empress card. So when I see the Empress card, I do think of focusing on the new. Something new is brewing. You can see that the Empress is usually pregnant. She's pregnant in this card. Something new is growing. Focus on it. Put a lot of nurturing and care into it and love it unconditionally. So if the friendship needs some nurturing and some love right now, nurture and love the friendship. Focus on the new thing that's being born out of this conflict resolution. And what's interesting, you can also interpret the Empress card as needing to express the unexpressed. You're holding something inside of you, and it's just going to keep growing unless you express it. So if you do have some hurt here, which it looks like you do, it might need to be expressed in order for this to fully be resolved, in order for you guys to move forward and grow into something better. Okay, I hope this reading resonated for you, and I wish you the best with this friendship. Let me know in the comments what brought you to the reading and if you have any other questions that you'd like answered in a future video. Otherwise, leave a like and subscribe. I'm a new channel, and that really helps me out. If you liked this spread, I actually have this same spread for a romance reading, and you can take a look at that if you have a romantic relationship in your life that you would like to investigate. Otherwise, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you'll join me again in a future video. Welcome to reading number 2. Before we get into the reading, I want to know what brought you here. If it was the image in the oracle card or the meaning, which is 8th dimension, lift awareness, follow the heart's desire. One of the charms, we have the glasses, the pink and white heart, and the alien, the stay weird alien. Or if it was the purple crystal. Otherwise, let's get into it. I hope you have a friendship in mind that you would like to investigate. We are going to take a look first at your energy. Okay, the Fool. You are ready for a new beginning, a fresh start. This could be a new friendship. If it's an old friendship, something might have happened and you're just ready to start fresh. Otherwise, you don't want to think too much about things. You just want to jump in and start fresh. So let's take a look at what the other person's energy is, your friend's energy. 7 of Swords. Okay, interesting. There's some kind of deception happening on their end. They're keeping something a secret. There's maybe some sneaky behavior going on in order to keep this a secret. Let me pull another card so we can get some more information about this. Okay, the World reversed. So a previous cycle that you thought was ended and you're ready to start fresh has not actually ended. They're still dealing with it. Your friend is still dealing with the consequences of it. Something's not fully closed, not fully resolved. Let's take a look in the relationship column and see if we can figure out what's going on. In the present, 6 of Cups reversed. Okay. Avoiding the past right now. There is unresolved wounds happening that are just trying to be avoided. And I think because you're ready to jump in and start fresh, this person is still dealing with it, but in secret, it's becoming unresolved and it's kind of bubbling away right now and it needs to be looked at. Let's take a look at the past to see what might have happened. 5 of Cups reversed. So an incident might have happened between you two that led to some loss, some sadness, some regret. The fact that it's reversed, though, is that in the past, really trying to heal from that. The relationship was trying to heal from that. But I guess it's not fully resolved and not fully healed from, because your friend still thinks that it's unresolved and hasn't been properly dealt with, and now it's turning into this avoidance and wounds that are not being treated. Let's take a look at the future, see if we can get some more information. Knight of Swords reversed. So if you guys continue down the path that you're on, one person might become very passive and the other person might become very pushy. So one person might be the one taking charge in the relationship and the other person is just kind of letting things happen and is not really putting in the same effort. If someone is dealing with feeling sensitive about some unresolved wounds, the other person might end up lacking sensitivity about that. And then the person with the unresolved wounds might end up developing a hot temper. So watch out for that. Let's get some advice to see how we can deal with this situation here. The 4 of Swords. Okay, so the advice for you is to maybe take a step back, take a break, spend some time alone. It's maybe not the right time to jump into a new era of things or jump into this relationship, this new stage of things right now. Take some time by yourself, rest, be very gentle to yourself, but also be very gentle to your friend. These things need to be worked through. It looks like you probably have worked through them, but your friend is still dealing with it. So maybe take a break, take a step back, focus on healing, help your friend heal, encourage that with your friend as well, and hopefully the situation will resolve and get better. Okay, I hope the reading resonated for you. If it didn't, feel free to go back to the beginning and select a new one. Otherwise, let me know in the comments what brought you to this reading. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel, so that really helps me out. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you'll join me again in a future video. Hello everybody, welcome to the third reading. Before we get started, I'm curious as to what brought you here. Was it the Oracle card, and this card is subconscious, uncover what's within? Or was it the crystal, or was it the charms? For this reading, there's the sun, blue mushroom, and then angel numbers 1111. Let me know what brought you here. I'm super curious as to what's resonating with people. Otherwise, let's get into it. Let's learn about what's going on within this friendship. I hope you have a friend in mind. If you like this reading as well, I do this same spread, but for a romantic relationship, so you can go check that out if you're curious. Otherwise, let's get into it. Start with your energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Things for you are feeling a little unstable. You might have your own personal goals and you're working on those things and you're focusing on yourself. So maybe not super connected to this friendship right now. Let's see what's going on with your friend. Nine of Pentacles. So this is a positive card. So your friend is kind of just enjoying life right now. Things feel very peaceful on their end. This card definitely makes me think of like stopping and smelling the roses. But the Nine of Pentacles can also indicate that like a lot of work was put in and just enjoying the fruits of those labors. Let's take a closer look at the relationship column and see what's going on right now. So in the present, Justice reversed. So perhaps looking away from the truth of things within this friendship. Things might have been thrown off lately. Something might feel unfair. Things might be out of balance. All that stuff can be indicated by this card. Even arguing can be indicated by this card. Hopefully, it's nothing too bad. Let's take a look at what's happened in the past so we can get a better idea. The Moon. Okay, so in the past, the relationship might have been affected by fear, insecurities, or deception. The Moon can mean a lot of different things, and it's just a card about confusion, and that might have been what triggered what's happening right now. Let me pull another card so we can understand a little bit more about this Moon energy. Sacred Fire. This is a card that's unique to this deck. So the Sacred Fire indicates a lot of change happening within the relationship, and that might have been what caused the fear and the deception or anything like that. The insecurities. The Moon can also indicate insecurities. So it could have been triggered by a lot of change happening. That might have been what caused it. Let's take a look at the future if everything continues down the current path. The High Priestess reversed. So if things continue down the current path that they're on, right, Justice reversed, looking away from the truth, might end up turning the other cheek here with this High Priestess reversed, just fully ignoring it. Having an inner knowing and like intuition about the situation, but it's being ignored. And you both might end up kind of keeping to yourselves. The relationship will lose a lot of its depth and it might become kind of shallow just because these issues may not have been addressed. Let's get some advice for you. Okay. Five of Cups reversed. So Five of Cups indicates like a time of loss, sadness, regret, but when it's reversed, it indicates that some healing needs to happen. It's important to focus on fixing and healing yourself rather than sitting in any pain that you're feeling about this friendship, this relationship. Try your best. I know it's hard. Try your best to stay positive about it and just focus on healing yourself. Know that you deserve to feel better about things and like not everything was lost as a result of this situation. You are going to recover from this stronger than you were before. You're going to have learned from it. You're going to have gained wisdom from it. So the advice for you is to really focus on that healing and recover from this. And then once you've recovered, if you would like, you can bring that energy back into this friendship and it'll make the friendship stronger than it was before. Okay, I hope the reading resonated for you. If it didn't, feel free to go back to the beginning and select another one. Let me know in the comments, again, what brought you here. I'm super curious. And let me know if you have a question for a future video in the comments. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel, so that really helps me out. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I wish you all the best, and I hope I see you again in a future video. Hello and welcome to reading number 4. Before we get into the reading, let me know what brought you here. Was it the Oracle card, which was grief, which has to do with loss or overwhelming emotions? The charms, we have the sea turtle, umbrella, and anchor, or was it the crystal? Let me know. I'm very curious as to what's resonating for people. Otherwise, let's get into it. I hope you have a friend or a friendship in mind. Before you started this reading, let's take a look at your energy. 4 of Pentacles reversed. So you might have lost control of your emotions a little bit. You're very hurt right now. Perhaps you're worried that you'll get hurt again, and so you've kind of closed yourself off. Let's take a look at the energy of your friend. 6 of Wands reversed. So they feel that there's a lack of a team effort going on here, and it's really causing them pain that things are not going well. They also might feel that they've put in a lot of work, or they've done a lot for the friendship, and there's been a lack of recognition there for the work that they've done, I mean. Let's take a look at the present energy. Page of Wands reversed. I don't know if you guys are talking right now. You guys might not be talking right now, because the Page of Wands is about holding back communication, a lack of communication, and the friendship kind of drifting. Let's take a look at the past to see what might have caused this. 5 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so something bad did happen within the friendship, something negative. Perhaps there was a lot of negative thoughts going on, and those negative thoughts might have manifested into reality. Perhaps something to do with a victim mentality, some complaining. And there was an effort in the past to try to put the pieces back together, because it's the 5 of Pentacles reversed. So that reversed means that there was an effort to try to put the pieces back together. It might not have worked out, considering that, you guys considering that you guys might not be talking right now. This could have been that you tried to put the pieces back together as a team and it didn't work. Or it could be that you guys kind of separated and tried to put the pieces back together on your own. I'm wondering if you guys did try together, because this card can indicate that team effort thing that I mentioned earlier. Otherwise, let's take a look at the future. If you continue down the path that you're on, Ace of Swords reversed. So moving away from things that are mentally derailing and frustrating. So if this friendship is really taking a lot of your mental energy, very negative thoughts for you right now about this friendship, if it's frustrating you, then in the future, you might just move away from it. Okay, let's take a look at some advice. 10 of Cups reversed. Not reversed, I'm sorry. 10 of Cups upright. This is actually a very positive card. I think you have a lot of good things in your life, and this card suggests that you focus on those. Your family might really help you with this situation. It doesn't have to be your biological family. It could be, but it could also be your chosen family. You should focus on that. Perhaps ask your family for some support or some advice, anything like that. Focus on joy, things that make you happy, bond with your people. And perhaps in this relationship, you could work on restoring balance and restoring harmony and bonding with this person. But it could just be about restoring balance in other areas of your life, bonding with other people, such as your family, and just trying to focus on the positive. All right, I hope that this reading resonated. I wish you all the best with this situation. Let me know in the comments what brought you to this reading, maybe one of these or the situation that's going on in your life. Otherwise, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel, so those things really help me out. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and I hope you will join me again for a future reading.